today I am here and I'm doing a new video idea that I have been asked for by so many of you for so long, and that is do's and don'ts of pinup makeup for mature skin. So by mature skin, I mean skin that is beginning to age, skin that has aged, that is in any stage of aging. So you could have crepey skin around your eyes, you could have hooded eyes, you could have sunspots, you could have really any of that, and this makeup will help you to have your best face. As we age, we need to start approaching makeup a little bit differently, so I am using my gorgeous friend Becky today to show you some tips and tricks, some do's and don'ts on how to do pinup vintage style makeup on mature skin to maximize your beauty. So let's get started. Okay, so the first most important thing is to hydrate. So I'm using a hydrating spray, and then I'm also using a hydrating primer. You want to make sure you always use a primer. So the first don't is using a brush and also using a cream foundation. So you want to make sure that you are not caking your foundation on when your skin is maturing, because it's just going to settle into those lines. So instead of using a cream that is heavy and a brush that is going to give you a really full coverage of that foundation, we are going to use a liquid foundation. This is by Benefit. This is just a soft blur foundation. It's really light. Clinique also makes really good light. Almay also makes really good light liquid foundations. So this isn't going to be super heavy and cakey, and then anything that you need to conceal after that, you can just use a light concealer. And I'm also using a beauty blender because this is also going to give a lighter coverage, and you can kind of spot treat versus just caking your face with a brush. And a little trick is to use a Q-tip to sort of wipe up any excess that might settle into any of your fine lines around your mouth or your forehead or around your eyes. So once you've done your foundation, we are going to apply concealer, and the don't is to apply it directly from the tube and also to use a heavy cream concealer. So what I'm doing instead is I'm just using this concealer pencil, and I'm also not doing it in a shade lighter than the skin, which I usually did with normal concealer, because it's gonna look really heavy and cakey. I also don't blend with a beauty blender when I'm blending under eye concealer because it leaves the makeup really heavy. Instead, I use a brush just to sort of cover any of imperfections, and it doesn't leave everything looking really heavy. So after the concealer under the eyes, you want to do some concealer on the face to spot treat. So I'm just going to use a brush for any sunspots or any aging spots that you might have. You can just use a little brush, and then this is where a beauty blender comes in handy because it's just going to sort of seamlessly blend that concealer that you've just put on with a brush. So another don't is setting your under eye makeup with heavy powder and also using a beauty blender. You do not want to bake under your eyes when you have mature skin. Instead, you want to use a translucent powder, and you want to use a brush to just lightly set it. If you're using a powder that matches your skin, your under eye makeup is going to set really cakey. And that goes the same for the powder that you use to set your foundation. Don't use powder like this that matches your skin, and don't use a beauty blender to bake it. Instead, you want to use that same translucent powder and just lightly dust over any oily spots of your skin and leave any dry areas untouched with powder. So now let's talk contouring and highlighting. You want to avoid highlighter when your skin is maturing, especially highlighter that has any shimmer or glitter in it. It will settle into your fine lines and make you look way older. If you do want to try a little bit of highlighting, use just a little bit of concealer that is lighter than your skin and blend it into your foundation before the powder. Also, you want to avoid contouring with a dark powder because, again, it's just going to accentuate those fine lines, and it's just going to make you look like you have age makeup on versus having nice contoured makeup on. If you do want a little bit of a glow, I would suggest using a bronzer, but again, make sure you don't use any product that has sparkle in it. Okay, let's talk blush don'ts. Do not go heavy with your blush. Do not use any trendy blush colors. Don't use anything too bright or too crazy. It will make you look like whatever happened to Baby Jane. Instead of doing the heavy dark blush like we do in pinup makeup, you want to go light and subtle. Make sure you're not using anything with sparkle. I'm just using this nice little Smashbox palette, and I'm just doing a light dusting just to bring the color back into the face without making this poor gorgeous lady look like a clown. One thing you want to do for all skin types is to use an eyeshadow primer, and I'm just blending this with my finger before I apply eyeshadow. So main eyeshadow don't is not to use any makeup other than matte. A faint bit of shimmer can be okay, but especially if you're doing pinup makeup, this is a really shimmery white, and it's going to settle into the fine lines around her eyes, and after a couple of hours it's going to settle into that concealer, and it's going to accentuate every single line of her face. So instead of that, I'm using this nice matte white, and I'm just applying a nice light wash over that eyeshadow
nice and fresh.
So it just makes her eye look nice and same place that I would apply the white for normal pinup makeup, just on the inner corner of the upper and lower eyelid, and then also on the brow bone, just to sort of make a highlight in her eyeshadow. Our next don't, also going along with the shimmer, do not use any other shimmery dark eyeshadows, and also don't go too dark with your eyeshadow. You do not want to cut your crease because it's going to accentuate the age of your eyes. Instead, what I'm doing on this side is just doing a nice wash of a shadow that's a couple shades darker than her skin, but it's also matte, so it just sort of accentuates the crease naturally without being too aggressive. And speaking of aggressive, do not go aggressive with your brows. I stay away from using a brow pomade on women with maturing skin. I'm so sorry I'm in front of her for this. I didn't realize I was blocking the camera, but I'm just using a really dark pomade. So instead of using a dark pomade to do your brows like we do when we are younger, I would instead use a nice pencil. And you can use a pencil like this by Benefit that has different colors in it, so you can get different tones into your brow. And that'll help especially when you are aging and you start to have patchy bits in your brows. You can sort of fill in those bits and keep your brow looking natural, but also give it that nice shape. Okay, so once we start aging, our eyes start to become hooded, and some women have hooded eyes even when they are younger. So when your eyes begin to hood, which means that they get a little crepey, little wrinkly around the edges, you want to make sure you're not going too thick with your liner, and you want to make sure that that wing is not too aggressive. If your wing is too big, it's just going to sort of disappear into your crease and then come out of nowhere on the other side of that hooded eye. So I like just to do a nice thin line of liner against the lashes and just bring it to a nice point at the end, and that gives it the illusion of being winged liner without being too aggressive and without accentuating any of the crepiness in the skin on your eyes. And again, I blocked her eyeliner, so this just kind of shows you the more aggressive liner on the right side of her face. So with lashes, again, you want to make sure that you're not going too aggressive. The one on the right is really heavy, and the one that I'm going to put now on the left is really light. So you want to make sure it's nice and light and flexible. It doesn't sort of sink into the wrinkles in your eyes. You want to accentuate that your eyelashes are getting a little thinner, but you don't want to look drag queenish. Okay, so when it comes to lipstick, the do is to use a lip liner pencil. I kind of went back and forth when I was filming this, so it's going to look a little bit funky. But first, on the do side, I'm going to cover her lips with a lip liner pencil. And I like to use lip liner pencils that are a little bit more moisturizing for aging skin. So make sure you're not using anything that's like super long lasting. Some of the MAC ones are really drying. You want to make sure there's some moisture in there. And what you do not want to do on mature skin is use liquid lipsticks. Liquid lipsticks tend to get flaky and feathery when you have fine lines in your lips, and it just looks heavy and cakey, especially when you already have problems with dry skin as you age. It's just going to make your skin look drier and look older and make your lips look a little bit more wrinkly and less smooth. You also want to stay away from overlining, which is what I'm doing right now, especially if you're starting to get fine lines around your lips, because that liquid lipstick is going to settle in there and it's going to look terrible. So after I have done my lip liner on the do side, I'm actually using a little bit of a concealer pencil or a highlighter pencil, and I'm just doing the top of the lip, and I'm doing the corners of the lip, and this is just going to sort of soften the lipstick and make you look a little bit younger around your mouth. And then with a brush, I'm filling the lip liner in with a moisturizing lipstick. So moisture is super key. You can also use a concealer pencil all the way around your lips if you're having a hard time keeping your lipstick in, if you get that bleeding in the cracks of your lips. Also, Lush makes a wax pencil that you can line your entire mouth with, and that will hold your lipstick in as well. But usually using lip liner and then keeping your lipstick on the inside of that lip liner will hold your lipstick in place. So here's the do side, here's the don't side. You can see it's so much heavier and cakier on this side, and nice and light, and you look younger and beautiful, but you're still a beautiful pinup. So I hope you like this video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Be sure to check out these other videos that I have posted to see more of my wackiness. And if you want to see even more of my wackiness, be sure to subscribe for all things that are vintage and retro and general silliness.